Asambaba Debi, the late Dr. JB Danquah, who ensema air trend or Monchemonka Highway, no busu etunkaya because Endra and on Monday the 60th anniversary, as she shares so chebi, just say and sama Ghana man penida any Afenyo Markin or Mudi 2 girl and we pursue Captain Kodo Smart, and my just some of the Bebu Highway no sono, and wash it. Okyenhene when you miss call. Masrawa, so be share video way. Now Otchere waje amam your comment section. Or one subscribe here. Masrawa so be subscribe to TRENDSGH. Now turn the notification bell on for latest update. Now Endra uko PMO eye chebia ibusanya sam ketwa. Ni nyina na se Endra no mode the 60th anniversary mode kai eye late Dr. JB Danquah. Na eno na ebusuya Ghana man pani dada eye Addo Danquah Akufo Addo one Okyenhene omode nsem tu kase Sani amanfo ayin omo kan ensem bi about late JB Danquah nebusuya ensam fata.
Despite the breadth and depth of Dr. Danquah's contribution to the development of Ghana, his name continues to elicit needless controversy in death as in life. We recall vividly the inhuman conditions that Kwame Nkrumah's CPP government attached to the conduct of his burial in 1965 after his cruel death in solitary confinement in the dungeons of Nsawam prisons. We are current witnesses, 60 years after his death, to the vicious name-calling that attends his mention by would-be responsible members of society. Those of us who love the work of this great champion of Ghanaian freedom and progress must take solace in this matter, not just from the benevolence of our God in heaven, but also from the philosophic calm which Dr. Danquah claimed for himself in the cells of 2nd D prison. In conclusion, it is now my great honor and pleasure to launch this compilation of commemorative statements honoring the legacy of Dr. JB Danquah.
Endra, late Dr. JB Danquah ni event national. Me say Afenyo Markin a minority leader in parliament. Wadane kwa leader. After Honorable Afenyo Markin the performance we kura po nebuso sign J microphone kan we no de o chem say already a man for big can say me about the late Dr. JB Danquah. But no, Afenyo Markin, JB Danquah ni contribution no, hey, won't mean Ghana without mentioning JB Danquah.
The Okyenhene Osajifo Amwetia of Penny, former president, the trainer Nana Addo Danquah, Akufo Addo. Today we gather in solemn remembrance and profound reflection as we mark 60 years since the passing of one of Ghana's most remarkable patriots, Dr. Joseph Boache Danquah, who endured ultimate sacrifice for his love for his country and the freedom of her people. His legacy is woven into the fabric of Ghana's political, intellectual, and constitutional development. Dr. Danquah was more than a scholar, politician, statesman, and an advocate. He was a poet, a playwright, and a chronicler of our history, customs, and norms. He was a visionary who dedicated his life to laying the foundational principles of our democracy. Indeed, the principles of democratic accountability, free enterprise, free expression, and the rule of law, which are all today enshrined in the 4th Republican Constitution, are the very ones that he fought for from the 1920s and died for in 1965. It is a statement of his foresight and that of the many others who shared those ideals that the 1992 Constitution has given rise to the longest enduring democratic rule in Ghana's history.
Celebration where your mother says so chebi no ebusuya sana ai amanfo ehwe wo internet no so pa omu ya kran ko beto so tro wo ho so asam edu headquarters na sense edu headquarters no so nkwan de e was asam no yedwudwam wo Monchemonka highway no so na ero na captain Kobe Smart o chem say ono ansa na obekọ so parliament eni gumbe no so obeta class asam na nkasa no ai wate say amanfoɔ bi ɛfrɛ ɛyɛ Okyenhene. According to Captain Smart, or setting a record straight.
I am for now, CSA, bro, for not show my dear no. I am asking another Danquah Akufo Addo if he knows. And I prove to you from this book. Okyenhene visited Kwame Nkrumah 5 times. Discussion then, of course, between Okyenhene and Osage for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And you Okyenhene, Chebi Hine. Because Bakatwa say you knew Okyenhene be our Ghana ha. Achim enclave no ya chemu miensa. Obia di ninkui. Obia nso nche obia. Etiet mi kase nipa ba kofo na ya achim fo nyina hene. It's a lie. Eni buku biam. Woko Ministry of Chieftaincy and Culture. As I say, I the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Buku bia ni wa ye war title bia wa ye friend Okyenhene. E achim chebi hene. Ya wachim kotoku. Ya wachim boso. Omo nyina ya mahene obia ya paramount. And until the time Okyenhene Kope Eastern Regional Parliament, a House of Chiefs no already poto bisan. Olusu poto. Nanko ya chimfo ina hene then achimfo ahin for kotutiano. Olusu poto. The then chebi hene no a dikro. He visited Kwame Nkrumah 5 times. If you want to know the discussion, it is in the book The Struggle Continues, Part 2.
Hey, Asamebe Debi. After this, na Captain Kobe Smart Otchere mu say, wetie ensama Ghana man penida da or the course share so late Dr. JB Danquah ne commemorative no ase. Ene afi ensama Honorable Afenyo Markin omusu no mudi tuga. Na Captain Kobe Smart ebusuya wakana again. And asam no baby ordene nam no touchline afi de na wa for goal post ni mu na onenam center stage ho no.
Enra His Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, Addo Danquah Akufo Addo, Eka Wechebi Presby, sorry them, say, Openi JB Danquah, and Krofon Jesse were passing derogatory comments and remarks about him. Say, and Samana Yeke Kebifa JB Danquah Hono, and ye correct. Asamana, Honorable Mutala Muhammad Kaya, no, so I saw you traitor, JB Danquah concerning. I'm asking one question. Obi chama dia ba ku papa ba ku pese a JB Danquah ye ya. Ye betimi ye nsa atene so. Say si ho. Say watro ye papa efa Ghana ho. Ebi wan. Chebe one say ba ku say. JB Danquah da prison no. Na aduane a ye no afrifie and then people say that JB Danquah was rich. He was not rich bia. If indeed JB Danquah was rich, and then the CIA and the Trianica, and this kind of man a bushra for me, I didn't want to come in prison. Can I stand? Eti, emo bia nyana dwen se corona yetimuno. People will try to twist and turn our history. It will not wash. CIA was paying JB Danquah's family the stipends. I the man went to any man jail because no money draw and concern no did. That is why Susanna Bryan was brought to Ghana, join Professor Richard D. Mahoney's time. And by the grace of God, Kwame Nkrumah ni abaya ne twempena ta asam ne tote ye. Etwada mape ewo positivity. Cause girl ne bae no, wo mo de ne bae. Say, ono onhwe don tuaka. So she was brought all the way from the United States to Ghana. Etwa ba ko pe na no ye wo Ghana ha. Eno anso be he so betwa JB Danquah. And then I am challenging Gabby Otchere Darko. Susanna Bryan went to baby and JB Danquah da no. Ya chini tu no kwasra no 4 times. Mebwana. Susanna kwasra JB Danquah 4 times. And then obia wo ye Ghana ni ayachi watum. The US embassy for and ebesra. So why dey boni ben? No why dey? Gabby Otchere Darko Danquah Institute meboa. Otchere article bi, I think this was around 2011 or 2012 baby. Yawo papa bi ano ye Ghana US ambassador to Ghana Kwame Nkrumah time. Your friend Professor Richard D. Mahoney. Otchere book bi JFK Ordeal in Africa. Now papa the book no Otchere no. Ukwa chapter 6 Now I'll come in some about Ghana. He wrote another memoir. And our title some memoir they say JB Danquah, the patriot of Ghana, or a question mark. Oh, we say it's JB Danquah or no JB Danquah no. na oye nokwafo adwen papa amanyo oman ni ye die woni tirimu ampa ana papa ya ye friend JB Danquah no ko jail Kwame Nkrumah che no dent na Kwame Nkrumah che no that time no wa throw 19 concern letters about Osage for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I have copies of all the letters. It be say political historian bi a wo krom ha no wo de nya akukuduro na bra JB Danquah concern oka ho na Ghana ye bre papa ne trust a book no chapter 6 no ensem bi wo ho eno na Gabby Otchere Darko otro to Danquah Institute for website says sika bia na America for tuama JB Danquah so obekọ so ye concern no wo Ghana ha no na ye US embassy ena na etua sa sika no emba JB Danquah na emom na enye CIA ena na etua Gabby mebo ana why did you pull that thing down eyire so no Gabby Otchere Darko e puli sa de ne down it's now in any case me yet mama media general but me yet drama TV3 it is a TV3 for prepare on payroll patro captain smart din beba so but me yet drama American embassy it is American embassy prepare on payroll anyone why more allowance say me yet shema US then American embassy betu amika now this is the deal JB Danquah timer and concern 19 or Tete Kwame Nkrumah factory where JB Danquah will do nothing about the factory but will start writing disparaging letters and comments and serious and concern about Kwame Nkrumah to UK. And you know what? Russia was monitoring JB Danquah, and if you want to dare me, it can be found in this book. Okay. If again you want to dare me, you can still find it in this book. Remember, so proper. Again, if you don't want to believe me, go and read Richard Hall's book that he wrote, Kaunda, founder of Zambia. You will find it there. Now listen to me. And then go and read Professor Richard D. Mahoney. Time at JB Danquah fi Okwada prison no. Next CIA etua JB Danquah busha foka. Say fan where you come in prison. No, a CIA asset. Now let me break it down so you can understand proper. Say CIA new year Juma. One more 2 categories for foreigners. And one more 5 categories for one more United States of America. Mapa, one person who use more proper. It's either you are an asset or you are an agent. Say US CIA catch us away one more asset. Umo du panche agent. Asset no 1 within concern. 2 within secro. Number 3 and some I want many more. Ebetimi amo minor year. US ehwehwe o monsan kan no wo na wo de come am me say it has taken me so to learn about JB Danquah or ye concern. He's not just a traitor padini ye concern, and I'm daring anybody ye share one-on-one, bring your documents, I'll bring my documents, bring your books, I'll bring my books. I am daring anybody. The question is that when the first copy or the copy of Kwame Nkrumah's 7-year development plan no policy no etu kwan or the coin JB Danquah the coin or the coin and na JB Danquah the coin JB Danquah told the CIA say listen, for the very first time he told the CIA say Ghana's independence means nothing to him. These were his own words and I have a document to prove it to you. I can't just take him in fianso to investigate that man. JB Danquah catch CIA say Ghana's independence na Kwame Nkrumah ni ho hancho o pese Ghana de ne ho na Ghana be your man ni mo du e we bibrem ha nyina no. It means nothing to him. There's a document to prove. He wrote officially. So let nobody sit anywhere in this country and think that JB Danquah did something for this country. Mo be gun say wo we are similar ma petition na be san. You can never change the history of this country. JB Danquah ye concerning first class bin share the so concerning nipa da. Ba ma otimi di concern na dan for girlfriend no gini feeding them. Really? It is also documented o. Me mo bitimi na meka. Akamini JB. Na ye kwa ba bi ne ne Peter ko JB. E na me ne wo ne Peter. Ya kwa me girlfriend. Ye koduru ye no JB Danquah ni Peter wo. then JB Danquah afre waka cho say kewo but sap get you di captain chi get no ho fetching captain identity say oh the captain na we hwe ha say JB Peter or captain kwaso anya adwuma na sagro ene JB sim ma wo mi so ade we ya wo ye kewo menkan wo eto tie a ye wo awasem na JB Danquah timi akwa again o yen krani minimidi let nobody deceive anybody in this country etimi akodin konkonsasa na nansi echere hini number 1 JB Danquah na nansi echere hini the 1th na wajige no owie so awanwa no me pese me busa na Addo Danquah Akufo Addo say JB Danquah ne ma yesey JB Danquah ne ma yesey JB Danquah me say that man or dangerous it's nasini bia dangerous Akufo Addo JB Danquah sini check it Kenoforiata or JB Danquah sini check it they are dangerous human species.
Master wa so obetire wadwen amam your comment section ho na share video we ma afoforo so ensa enkebi macro ebusa master wa so wasase ho ensensem a an enko eye company bi omo be ye konabra a omo ankese no munim pote se omo tumi solve land or building issue no e ma eriti master wa ma recommend Land King Company Limited na ma eba no cadastral site plan na ebusia tatahwe omo be solve amam ene afi building plan ho ensensem so a o consult Land King Company Limited ebusia eno krampo de eye kokokura emomo apart from that no so what title certificate issue and as a building permit issues wa o consult Land King Company Limited ebusia omo be facilitate ama ententem a omo consultation eye free location ewo poku ase he ya omo number na etwegu ewo screen so enti masowa for Land King Company Limited ne no de woni omo enye business omo kan say secure your property today.